Getting Things Done by David Allen. Book summary and key lessons. Introduction. The modern world is filled with endless tasks, commitments, and distractions. Most people struggle to keep up, constantly feeling overwhelmed by unfinished work, unanswered emails, and mental clutter. But what if you could achieve stress-free productivity, where everything is under control and your mind stays clear? That's exactly what Getting Things Done, GTD, by David Allen offers. GTD is a powerful system designed to help you capture everything in a trusted system, clarify what needs to be done, and organize tasks efficiently. By following its simple workflow, you can stop worrying about what to do next and focus on taking action. In this book summary, we'll break down the GTD system step by step, covering each chapter in a way that makes it easy to apply. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap for managing your workload, reducing stress, and getting more done with less effort. If you're ready to take control of your time, increase your productivity, and eliminate mental overload, then stay tuned for the full breakdown of Getting Things Done. Chapter 1. A new practice for a new reality. The world is moving faster than ever, and work is no longer confined to the office. Tasks, responsibilities, and ideas come at you from all directions. Emails, meetings, phone calls, and personal obligations. If you don't have a system to manage them, your mind becomes cluttered, leading to stress and inefficiency. The key to stress-free productivity is capturing everything that requires attention in an external system you trust. Your brain is great at generating ideas, but terrible at remembering them. When you rely on mental reminders, you create internal tension that drains your focus and creativity. This book introduces a method to regain control, a system where every commitment is captured, clarified, and organized, ensuring that nothing is forgotten and your mind stays clear. The goal is to be productive while staying relaxed, able to engage fully in whatever you're doing. You'll learn to process incoming tasks effectively, structure your projects, and make better decisions about what to do next. When everything is properly managed, you achieve a mind like water, a state of calm readiness, where you respond appropriately to everything without stress. Getting things done isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter with a system that works for you. Chapter 2. Getting Control of Your Life. The 5 stages of mastering workflow. Most people manage their tasks reactively, handling urgent things while letting other commitments pile up in the background. To regain control, you need a structured workflow. This involves 5 key steps. 1. Capture. Collect everything that has your attention into an external system. This includes emails, notes, and mental reminders, anything unfinished or unresolved. 2. Clarify. Process what you've captured. Ask yourself, is this actionable? If yes, what's the next step? If no, trash it, file it, or incubate it. 3. Organize. Sort tasks into appropriate lists, next actions, waiting for, projects, or someday, maybe. 4. Reflect. Regularly review your system to keep it up to date and aligned with your priorities. 5. Engage. Use your lists to make informed decisions about what to do next, based on context, time, energy, and importance. When you master this workflow, you stop being overwhelmed by everything coming at you. Instead of reacting, you act with clarity and control. Your mind stays clear, and you always know the right thing to focus on, whether it's answering an email, planning a trip, or working on a long-term goal. Chapter 3. Getting projects creatively underway. The 5 phases of project planning. Every project, big or small, requires planning, but most people don't do it effectively. They either jump in without clarity or overplan and get stuck. The key is using natural project planning, which follows 5 phases. 1. Defining purpose. Ask yourself, why are you doing this? Clarifying your purpose keeps you motivated and ensures alignment with larger goals. 2. Outcome visioning. Imagine the successful completion of your project. What does the finished result look like? Visualizing the outcome provides direction and motivation. 3. Brainstorming. Get all your ideas out without judgment. Use mind maps, lists, or sticky notes to generate possibilities. 4. Organising. Structure your brainstormed ideas into a logical order. Identify key steps, dependencies, and priorities. 5. Identifying next actions, the most critical step. Ask, what is the very next physical action required to move forward? Every project should have at least one clear next step. Planning doesn't need to be complicated. If you apply this natural process, projects flow smoothly and you avoid unnecessary stress. Whether you're planning a wedding, launching a product, or simply organizing your desk, this method ensures steady progress without overwhelm. Chapter 4. Getting started. Setting up the time, space, and tools. A solid system needs a good foundation. To implement GTD effectively, you need 3 essentials: time, space, and tools. First, set aside dedicated time to establish your system. Don't rush. You'll need a few hours to gather loose ends, process existing commitments, and create the structure for managing tasks. Next, optimize your workspace. A cluttered desk creates mental clutter. Ensure you have a physical inbox for collecting papers, notes, and ideas. Digital tools are helpful, but you still need a way to process everything into your GTD system. Finally, choose the right tools. You'll need an inbox, physical and digital, to capture tasks. A calendar for time-specific actions. A task management system, lists, apps, or a notebook to organize next actions and projects. A filing system for reference materials, both physical and digital. With a clean workspace and a structured system, you'll gain clarity and control. You won't waste energy searching for notes or remembering unfinished tasks. Your system will handle everything, allowing you to focus on meaningful work. Chapter 5. Capturing, corralling your stuff. Your mind is constantly generating reminders of unfinished tasks, returning a phone call, booking an appointment, finishing a report. The problem is that these thoughts pop up at random, distracting you and creating stress. The solution: capture everything in a trusted system. Your brain is not designed for storage, it's designed for problem solving. When you rely on mental reminders, you create tension and anxiety. Instead, get everything out of your head and into an external system, whether it's a notebook, app, or inbox. To do this effectively, collect all loose papers, notes, and reminders. Anything unfinished goes into your inbox. Write down anything on your mind. Use a mind sweep to capture tasks, ideas, and commitments. Keep capture tools everywhere. Have a notebook, app, or voice recorder handy so you never miss an idea. The goal is to build the habit of capturing everything, not sorting or acting on it yet, just getting it out of your head. Once everything is collected, you'll move to the next step: clarifying and organizing. With nothing floating around in your mind, you'll experience a profound sense of relief and focus. Chapter 6. Clarifying, getting in to empty. Capturing everything is only the first step. Now, you must clarify what each item means and decide what to do with it. Your inbox is not a storage place. It's a processing station. The goal is to get in to empty, by making quick, clear decisions about every item. For each item, ask 1. Is it actionable? If no, trash it, file it, or incubate it. Someday, maybe list. If yes, decide the next physical action. 2. Can it be done in 2 minutes? If yes, do it immediately. If no, delegate it or defer it. Tasks that require multiple steps become projects and need to be tracked separately. If an item isn't actionable now but may be useful later, store it in a reference system. If it's something you might do in the future, add it to the someday, maybe list. Processing everything completely prevents overwhelm. Instead of a cluttered inbox filled with undefined stuff, you now have clear, organized lists. By getting decisions out of the way immediately, you free up mental space and move forward with confidence. Chapter 7. Organising. Setting up the right buckets. Now that you've clarified everything, it's time to organize. Everything in your system must be placed in the right bucket so that when you need to act, you know exactly where to look. The key components of the GTD system are: next actions, specific tasks that can be done immediately, organized by context, for example, at home, at work, in your phone. Projects, any commitment requiring multiple steps. Each project must have at least one next action. Waiting for, actions you've delegated or are expecting from others. Calendar, time-sensitive tasks, appointments, and commitments. Someday, maybe, ideas, goals, and projects that aren't active yet, but might be later. Reference material, useful information with no required action. Your calendar should only include hard deadlines and scheduled events, not general to-do items. Your next actions list should be reviewed frequently to decide what to work on based on time, energy, and priority. A well-organized system means you never have to remember what to do. You simply check your lists and act. With everything in the right place, you stay in control and avoid the stress of forgotten commitments. Chapter 8. Reflecting, keeping it all fresh and functional. Even the best system falls apart without regular review. Life moves fast. Priorities shift, new tasks appear, and old ones become irrelevant. To keep your system functional, you must review and refresh it regularly. The most important habit is the weekly review, where you empty your inboxes, ensure everything is processed and organized. Review your lists. Update next actions, waiting for, and projects. Check your calendar. Look at the past week to capture any unfinished tasks, and the upcoming week to prepare for what's ahead. Revisit your someday, maybe list. Decide if anything should be activated. This habit prevents your system from becoming cluttered and unreliable. When you trust your lists, you stop worrying about missing something. Instead, you gain clarity and confidence, knowing everything is under control. Without reflection, you'll drift back into chaos. But with a weekly reset, you ensure your system remains sharp, flexible, and aligned with your goals. Chapter 9. Engaging, making the best action choices. With everything captured, clarified, and organized, you're now ready to engage, to choose what to do at any given moment. The key is making the best decision based on your current context, time, energy, and priorities. To decide what to work on, consider 1. Context. Where are you and what tools do you have? For example, if you're at the office, check your at-work list. 2. Time available. If you have 10 minutes before a meeting, choose a quick task. 3. Energy levels. Match tasks to your mental and physical energy. Complex work when fresh, simple tasks when tired. 4. Priority. What's the most important thing right now? Avoid relying on memory or impulse to decide what to do next. Instead, let your system guide you. When everything is organized, you don't waste time wondering what to do. You simply check your lists, pick the right action, and move forward efficiently. The GTD system ensures that you're always engaged with the right task at the right time, eliminating decision fatigue and boosting productivity. Chapter 10. Getting projects under control. Projects are anything that requires multiple steps to complete, big or small. Without clear structure, projects stall, creating frustration and anxiety. The key to managing them effectively is ensuring each project has a defined outcome and a clear next action. To keep projects moving, list all active projects. Anything unfinished that requires multiple steps should be tracked. Ensure each project has a next action. Projects don't belong on the next actions list, only specific tasks. Break down large projects. If a project feels overwhelming, identify the smallest possible action to start. Review weekly, check progress, and adjust as needed. If a project isn't progressing, it's usually because the next step isn't clearly defined. The key to execution is always knowing the next action. This prevents procrastination and keeps momentum going. When projects are structured properly, you don't have to think about what to do. You just follow the steps and make consistent progress. Chapter 11. The power of the collection habit. The key to stress-free productivity is consistently capturing everything that enters your mind. Most people struggle with mental overload because they try to store reminders in their head. However, the brain is terrible at remembering tasks at the right moment. It simply nags you at random times, creating stress. By making collection a habit, you ensure that nothing is forgotten or misplaced. Every idea, task, or commitment should be immediately recorded in a trusted system, your inbox, notebook, or digital app. The more you rely on external tools, the more mental clarity you gain. However, capturing is only useful if you regularly process what you collect. If your inbox is full of unprocessed notes, it becomes a source of stress rather than relief. That's why capturing must be paired with clarifying and organizing. Many people resist this habit because they believe they can remember everything. The truth is, the more you capture externally, the more confident and relaxed you become. Your mind is free to focus on creativity, problem solving, and execution, not on trying to recall scattered tasks. Mastering the collection habit is the foundation of stress-free productivity. Once everything is out of your head, you regain control over your commitments and actions. Chapter 12. The power of the next action decision. The biggest reason people procrastinate is unclear next steps. Many tasks feel overwhelming not because they are difficult, but because they are poorly defined. The solution? Break everything down into clear, physical next actions. A next action is the very next specific thing you must do to move a task forward. For example, instead of plan vacation, write call travel agent for flight options. Instead of write report, write draft outline for report introduction. This small change makes tasks concrete and actionable, eliminating uncertainty and hesitation. The more precisely you define your next action, the easier it is to start. This principle also applies to projects. Many people keep vague, undefined projects on their to-do list, leading to stagnation. However, every project should have at least one active next action at all times. If no action is defined, the project won't move forward. By always deciding on the next action, you remove resistance and increase momentum. You stop wasting time thinking, "What should I do next?" Instead, you simply follow your system and execute. This habit is one of the most powerful tools for overcoming procrastination and maintaining productivity. Chapter 13. The Power of Outcome. Focusing. Most people are reactive. They handle urgent tasks without thinking about the bigger picture. However, true productivity comes from clear outcome focus. When you know what you're working toward, decisions become easier and motivation increases. Defining desired outcomes helps in both big projects and small tasks. Instead of saying, "I need to improve my website," define a clear goal. Launch a redesigned homepage with improved navigation by next month. This shift forces you to think about what success looks like, making planning and execution more straightforward. Visualizing success also boosts creativity. When you focus on the end result, your brain naturally generates solutions to get there. This is why successful people spend time clarifying their goals. The clearer the vision, the easier the execution. This principle applies at all levels. Daily work. Before starting a task, ask, what's the ideal outcome here? Projects. Clearly define what done looks like. Life goals. Regularly reflect on what you truly want to achieve. Final thoughts. The getting things done. This system is more than just a productivity method. It's a mindset shift. It teaches you to stop relying on memory, structure your tasks effectively, and focus only on what matters most. By consistently capturing, clarifying, organizing, reflecting, and engaging, you create a system that works for you, one that keeps your mind clear and your work under control. With practice, GTD becomes second nature, allowing you to work smarter, not harder. If you found this book summary helpful and want to learn more about personal productivity, self-improvement, and success strategies, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insightful summaries. Let us know in the comments. What's your biggest productivity challenge? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next book summary.